बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बरापीडं नटवरवपु कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्रदवासा कनककपिशं वैजयन्ती च रन्ध्रावेणु रद्धरसुधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दै वृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्राविशद्गीतगीति। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रणोति तस्मै तद्गुं हदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। Please join me as we continue explanation of this divine composition Pad written by Jagat Guru Tam Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu. मन तू काहे हठ पकड़ियो, 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 ओ मन तू काहे पची पची वृतहि भयो मन आहे हत Sadhak Jagat-Guru Kripalu Mahaprabhu has written this very beautiful divine composition, but in his book Prem Ras Madira, Siddhant Madhuri, part number 74. The sadhak, an aspiring soul, is saying, "O mind, why have you been so stubborn? Hold on to your own ideas. Tu nij vishya rupa leeladik." 5 types of desires. Looking to fulfill them. Nitya Jagat, you have been wandering in this material world, trying to satisfy the 5 types of desires from beginning to this time. Nadikasa. Bhatak rotating. Asapane utripta bhayo nahi. And even that, you've never been satisfied. Tripta nahi hua. Kuch nahi mila. थोड़ी सी मिल गया तो ठीक है. You got a little bit something, it's all right. Nothing. कुछ नहीं. और पची पची वृत्त ही मरी. Wasting our time and effort. Valuable time and effort. You die in that search. Repented. Too late. Die. I told you, Rishabdev. Rishabdev is also called Rishabh Bhagwan. He is counted among the sanctions of Sri Krishna. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, Rishabdev said, "Na kuryat karijit sakhyam manase yanavastite." 5th canto, 6th chapter, 3rd verse. Hey, he's warning, do not make friend with this mind. Na kuryat karijit sakhyam. Don't make friend. Don't think this mind is your friend. Don't make friend with it. Manasi hyanavasthite. If you do, it's going to cheat you. Uncountable lifetimes be cheating us. In reference here is used like a woman has a lover besides her husband, and she makes plan with that husband how to kill, with that lover, how to kill her husband. This is how the mind works. From beginningless time. Our greatest enemy is our mind. सबसे बड़ा शत्रु है मन. This mind has been the reason for us to be rotated in 8.4 million forms of life. Akar 4,84,000 yoni भ्रमट यह जीव अविनाशी. We keep wondering, 8.4 million forms of life. Bhagwan Sri Ram said, the residents of Ayodhya. Not because we're trying to satisfy desire related to the 5 sense organs. Mind has made a decision. So we need the mind. We're not the jnanis to destroy the mind. I explained yesterday. We keep the mind, we keep everything. Because we need that mind to go to Golok. We need the mind to do bhakti. The same mind will take us to hell. The same mind will make us rotate in 8.4 million forms of life. And the same mind will take us to Golok. We need the mind. We have to understand how to make it our friend. Right now it's our greatest enemy. Usko mitra banana. We think it's our friend right now. हम सोचते हैं, but it's not a real friend. If this mind was our true friend, it would have taken us to Bhagwan very long time ago. But it's cheating us. I told you the mind has many diseases. Manas Rog. Kar Busundji, in question by Guruji, says, Manas Rog kachuk mai gaye, hai sabke lakhi biralani paaye. There are many diseases in the mind: greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust, selfishness, delusion, attachment. Many. It says it's only a few. Kuch. Hai sabke. You all come up a little bit, girls' side. Come up a little bit in front. Hai sabke. As long as we are on the Maya, everyone has all the diseases of the mind, all. You may say, I don't agree. Maybe I get a little angry, but I'm not selfish. I'm the most selfless person. I'm a very given person. I love to help others. I'm not greedy, etc. But as I mentioned yesterday, if one disease is there, all are there. Because the mother of all the diseases of the mind is Maya. Maya. When Maya go, all will go. As long as Maya is there, all is there. There's difference. In some it is more, some it is less. Some people very little and they get angry. They want to eat you alive. And some people, it takes a lot, but eventually they will get angry also. But it takes a lot more. So there's a difference. The anger, the percentage of greed, jealousy, etc. But all is there. But it's very difficult for us to see. Lakhi biralani paaye, Kag Vasudha ji said. It's extremely difficult, rare that we can see. Please pay attention, it's very important. We don't know everything. We can read all the Gita, Bhagavad, Ramayana, Ved, we have been reading from uncountable lifetime, listen and lecture. And yet we don't know anything. So why we can't see how bad our mind is? वो जो मानस रोग जो हमारे मन में है, बुद्धि में, वो कहीं क्यों नहीं देख सकते? Why can't we see? One cause, abhiman, ego. This ego, this is called abhiman, doesn't allow us to see how bad we are. We can see how bad everyone else is. And we complain and we speak about it. But we can't see our own faults. And as I mentioned yesterday, my estimate is only when we take shelter in a true saint, a true guru, and we start practicing sadhana in the right way, through his grace, we start seeing how bad our mind, how bad we are. Otherwise, we think we are great. I am better than everyone. It's not true. It's a natural thing to have this ego, abhiman. Even the ugliest girl thinks herself to be the most beautiful. Jagat Guru Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, my guru, he gave an example. He says once, this girl, not good looking, happened to meet a Devata, celestial god. And the Devata said to the girl, hey, do you want me to make you beautiful? Sundar banao. And she gave the Devata one slap. What do you think, I'm ugly? It's natural to have that abhiman, that ego. Everyone. This is what, so the ego does not be, it governs our intellect. वो बुद्धि पर शासन करते हैं, ये अभिमान governs, controls the intellect. It will not. That's why we cannot, if we ask ourselves, am I selfish? Am I proud? Am I jealous? No. The intellect is going to say no. It wouldn't go against itself. That's why we go to the Guru as true saint. He is the one who's going to tell us how bad we are. Make us understand. In the beginning we won't like it. Even Guru is telling us we don't like it. Because of the ego. We object. Guru scolds you. In front of everybody he scolds me. It's my Guru, he can call me in his room and beat me with his chappal. My Guru, no problem. Not in front of everyone. Sabke saamne. Not. Our ego. We object to Guru even. This is the ego. So, mind. And I told you the greatest disease, so many diseases, the greatest disease of the mind is kamana. Desires. Lust, desires. And I was given the katha yesterday of Prahlad. This is where I finished. After destroying Hiranyakashipu, Nrsimha Bhagwan put Prahlad in his lap and said, Beta, Prahlad, Varam Bruhi, ask me for a boon. Prahlad said, my Lord, I don't want anything. I'm not a businessman. My das, I'm a servant. If a servant desires or asks the master for anything, then he is no longer a servant. But the master asks the servant for anything, then that's not a master. I told you we are all servants of Bhagavan. Jivera Swarupa Hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. Ora Mahaprabhu says, the Jivatma, the individual soul who we are eternal servants of Sri Krishna. And servant does seva. He serves the master. We may not have a desire to do seva. That's why sometimes in the retreat, we have a retreat, we make seva, and there's lots of seva opportunity right now, especially in this retreat. Even if you don't feel like doing it, you don't have a desire, jabarasti karo. Force yourself to do. Slowly, that desire will come. You see, we do seva, we do bhakti to get seva, to get bhakti. Bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya vibhratyum pulakantanu. Prabhupada Maharaj said to Videhanini in Bhagavad Mahapuran, we do bhakti to get bhakti. What bhakti we have to do, what bhakti we get. One is sadhana bhakti, one is siddha bhakti. Sadhana bhakti, that we have to practice. Preliminary devotion, that's for making the vessel. ये मन ये पात्र को बनाने के लिए, to make the heart and mind pure. And the siddha bhakti, when the vessel is made, जो पात्र बन गया, pure heart, pure mind, then the rasik saint with the Swarup Shakti of Bhagavan will give us divya prem, divine bhakti, divine love. We don't do siddha. The same way, so I told you bhakti means seva. Bhaj dhatu sevaya. So we do seva to get seva. The divine seva of Radha, Krishna and Guru. Right now we think it's so hard and I don't want to go and wash the utensils, I don't want to go and sweep and clean, I don't want to mop. We say in the bhajan. We say to Radha Rani, oh Radha Rani, please make me a servant in your palace, and I want the seva to jharu karna, to take the broom and sweep. But how many of us will take the broom and sweep? How many of us? We chanted, we are singing in the path, in the kirtan, composed and written by Jagadguru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. We shed tears. And then you say, here, take a jharu, take a broom and go and sweep, take a mop and start mopping. Or we do it because they will not think very nice about me, but we don't have a good feeling. The joy should be there. This is the mandir of my beloved Radharani, Shri Krishna, my Sitaram, my Guru Jagadguru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. I want to keep it clean. I want it to shine. To be the most beautiful mandir in the world. Joy. So, Bhagavan said to Prahlad, Beta, look, ठीक है, you're very knowledgeable. The Guru is Naraji, after all. But my nature is that every time I meet a devotee, I say, ask us for a boon, and so, yeah, my nature, so I'm telling you to ask. So Prahlad said, okay. Prahlad said, Yadirami kama varanstam vadarshabha kamana vridha sanduham bhavatastu vrinevaram. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 7th canto, 10th chapter, 7 verse. Prahlad said, Maharaj, if you insist that I should ask for a boon, then give me the boon that I should never ask you for anything. Yeah, bar dijiye. Give me that boon that I should never ask you for anything. What a wonderful thing. We keep asking, hey Hanuman, Jai Hanuman, hey Durga, give me this, give me. We'll never be satisfied. Devotee, jo aapki ichha dene ke liye, you want to, whatever you want to is fine, but I don't have a desire. Meri ichha nahi. Bhagavan says, पहले चुप हो गया भगवान. First भगवान became quiet. बंद कर दिया बोले. He made भगवान quiet. So इतना छोटा लड़का. Then he said, Prahlad, why is this ask so dangerous? Why you ask this boon that you should never have desire to ask? You should never have desire. Prahlad said, you don't know? I know. But your answer would help anyone who's going to read Bhagavad. Understand? Prahlad said, Indriyani mahaprana atma dharmo dhitirmati hi shri tejasmiti satyam yashanashyanti janmana. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 7th canto, 10th chapter, 8th verse. Prahlad said, hey Maharaj, the birth of a single desire, ek kamana, single desire, causes harm to so many things. So many things get harm. The energy of the sense organs, the energy of the mind, the energy of the prana, the life force, and the energy of the soul. It's the 4 main pillars. Other things get harmed also: righteousness, patience, reasoning, modesty, self-esteem, and even knowledge of the scriptures. Don't think you read Ramayana, Bhagavad, you know the whole Gita from memory. You can chant the whole Gita without looking. You can chant whole Sundarkan without looking. Hanuman Chalisa. Doesn't mean knowledge. Practical knowledge gets destroyed. Practical knowledge. Anubhavatmak Gyan. Kanash. Desires. Where is it? I mean, we have only 5. I told you 5. 5. Shabd, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. We have 5 sense organs. 5 Indriya. Shabd, desire to hear. Sunne ka. To hear Bhagavad, to hear divine philosophy. Sometimes as soon as the lecture starts, some start falling asleep. And you start talking some politics, what's happening in America, what's happening in Canada. Oh, very interested. गंदे बातें को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. How bad this person is, how bad that person is. Scripture says, the more dirty, the proof of how dirty, how sinful our heart, our mind is when we get enjoyment in listening to dirty things, sinful things. If you just hate to hear that, you feel disturbed when someone starts talking, it means, oh, there's beauty there. Bhakti. Shabd, sparsh. Desire to feel, to touch. Not touching the Murti of Bhagavan, the charan, lotus feet of the saint, Bhagavan. Touching the word. Opposite. Shabd, sparsh, roop, desire to see. How much joy do we get to look at the beautiful Murti of Radha Krishna, of Guru, of Sitaram, as compared to how much joy we get to going in the mall. Yeah? A lot of people, it's holiday, they would rather be, or they're there. There's so much enjoyment for them, look in here, look in there. Roop, ras, desire to taste. We get joy of tasting prasad offered to Bhagwan. Simple. इसमें प्याज नहीं है, लहसुन नहीं है, मिर्चा नहीं है. We complain that there's no onion, garlics, mircha, chili, masala. What kind of food is this, man? Devotee has no desire for that. We're looking at Sri Maharaj recently offering bhog, and he's eating, and he takes everything and mixes. You wonder what is he? The sweet, everything is mixed up. वो तो अंदर जाके तो mix ही होगा. It's going to mix anyhow when it goes inside. वो taste के लिए, he didn't eat, not eating for taste. रूप रस रूप Shabd, sparsh, roop, ras, gandh, desire to smell. Some of us like to smell rose, Indra offered to Bhagwan's lotus charan, and some like to smell Hey Bhagwan. I'm not going to mention it. Anyhow, so we only have 5 desires because we have 5 sense organs. We cannot have a 6th desire. And these desires are very powerful. A person of uncontrolled senses cannot control desire for carnal desires. The scriptures tell us. And so they fall into the greatest darkness. Kuranga matanga patanga bhringa meenavata pancha vireva pancha eka pramadi sakatham nahanyate Yasevate pancha vireva pancha sukti. Moth, there's a thing, an insect called a moth. It gets attracted by light, flame, and it falls into the flame and dies. The bee loves sweet smells. The bhaure bee, madhumakhi. So attracted by the sweet smell, it goes into the lotus flower. The lotus flower closes, and the bee dies. A deer, Hiran, gets attracted by sound. The hunter plays his flute. The deer gets attracted, and is killed. The fish's desire for taste gets caught on the hook. Then, and the elephant meets its end owing to desire for the she-elephant. These four innocent creatures meet their end trying to satisfy the desire related to one sense organ, ekam pramati. What then shall be the deplorable state of us, human beings, who are ravaged and tormented by all the five sensual desires? Bhagwan Krishna knows. He says to Uddhav in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Jivakato mapakarshati karhitarsha shishno nyatasta budaram shravanam kutaschit grano nyatascha paladrit pachakarma shaktir bhavya sapatnaiva geha patir lunanti. Bhagavad Mahapuran 11th canto 9th chapter 27 verse. Bhagavan is saying to Uddhav, he compares the five sensual desires to a man having five wives. Panch patni. One. Five. This is that each wife will try her level best to attract the husband to herself and possess him. He should love only me. In the same way, each desire tries to capture the heart to itself. The mind, the heart to itself, thereby leading to that person's complete ruin and degradation. And this is why the scriptures say, desire is the greatest disease of the mind. There are many. Anger, greed, but desire is the greatest one. You may say, I don't think that sounds too good. I think anger is more dangerous. If a person gets angry, there's no telling what they can do. They can commit murder, beat the wife up, beat the children, break the pot, didn't get what he liked to eat, break the television. If you get a desire, you'll be restless for a little while, then you're okay. And then there is greed. So I don't think desire is the greatest disease. But desire has been stressed everywhere in the scriptures. Prajahat yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatam atmanyemat atmanahas. Chapter 2 verse 55 Gita. Prajahat yada kaman. If someone can give up all desires, prajahat yada kaman. Sarvan parthamanogatam, all the sensual gratifications of the mind. That person will attain supreme peace, supreme happiness. Be situated in the mind, in the self, in the true self, the soul. Vihaya kaman yasarvam umanshati nirmaho nirahankara sasanti madhigachati. Chapter 2 verse 71 Gita. Vihaya kaman sarvam umanshati nispriyaha. If someone gives up all desires, he becomes nispriyaha, no longer yearning and longing for anything. Nirmaho has no feel of ownership. This is my house, my muruka. Nirahankara becomes free from all ego, false ego. He will attain supreme peace, supreme happiness. Shri Krishna said in Gita, Yavat bheta jataram tava sato hidehina adhikam yovi mandita sastena dandam arhati. Bhagavad Mahapuran 7 Canto 14 chapter 8 verse. Because of desire, we make ownership of what doesn't belong to us. My house, my motor car, my bank balance. And because of that, we're going to get double punishment. We are thief. Bhagavad says, sustainer. A person who does that, he's a chor hai, thief. And is going to get double punishment. Bhaji Ram sab kaam bihai. Give up all desires and love Ram, love the Lord. So desires be stressed everywhere. Give up desires. Are? Prahlad said to listen, Bhagwan, you want to hear more? Bolo. Keep talking. Prahlad said, Vimuchati yada kaman manavo manasisthitam tahieva pundarikaksha bhagavattvaya kalpate. Bhagavad Mahapuran 7 Canto 10 chapter 8 9 verse 7. He says, Prabhu, if somebody gives up desire, all desires, what to say of becoming a saint? He'll become Bhagavan. Bhagavan, he'll become Bhagavan. But the question comes, what about greed and anger? Why are you saying only desire? Only give up desire. Desire is so dangerous. What about greed and anger? The reason why desire is being stressed on, because the root of crowd, anger, and greed is desire. The mother. Kama krodho bhijayate dhyayatu vishayan pusa sangasteshu pajayate sangasa jati kama krodho bhijayate. Chapter 2 verse 62 Gita. From desire comes anger, from desire comes greed. How? Look, when we get a desire, when a desire comes in our mind, that desire can either be fulfilled, we can get what we want, we can fulfill it, or it can be unfulfilled, we don't get what we want. Two things can happen. So when a desire is fulfilled, इसको खाना चाहिए, इसको वो करना चाहिए, we feel like eat an ice cream, eat a whole tub of ice cream. Chocolate, eat the whole bar, the big one. So we have done that. With your desires to drink coffee, you drink 10 cups of coffee, if possible. Eat the whole chocolate bar. Eat the whole tub of ice cream, and then you're okay, right? Bhagavad says, Na jatu kama kama bhoge na shamyati havishya krishna varmeva bhuya eva vivardhate. Bhagavad Mahapuran 9th Canto 19th chapter 14th verse. The Bhagavad says trying to satisfy a desire is like pouring ghee. Ghee, clarified butter, in fire. People do havan. Indraya Namah Swaha, you pour pure cow ghee, pure cow butter in the fire. Indraya Namah Swaha, Agnaye Namah Swaha, Vayave Namah Swaha, etc. When you pour a ghee, in the beginning, you pour the ghee in the fire, what happens? Temporarily the fire goes down. When you just pour on top of the fire. So the fire goes down temporarily. And then it gets bigger. So when we satisfy a desire, you eat a whole tub of ice cream. Tricked. I don't want any more ice cream. You eat 12 rasgulla. I don't want any more rasgulla. Some people can eat 12 rasgulla. 12 aloo paratha. I say paratha and some people, water start coming to the mouth. We might eat little piece, some of us, and be okay. So I don't want to see, I don't want any more rasgulla, ice cream, chocolate. Right now. And tomorrow, I want more. The more you use it, the more you want it. Somebody never drank coffee. Does he think I don't need a cup of coffee right now? Many of us sitting here right now start thinking, if I get a cup of chai, this Swamiji Bhaiya is talking. Feeling bored. If I get a cup of chai, a cup of coffee, if I get take a cigarette, a smoke, if I can drink a Coke, I'll be fine. Talk again for 2 hours, no problem. The person never drink chai, doesn't think I won't try. Never drink coffee, doesn't think I won't. How many of you drink alcohol? You didn't drink alcohol, you don't care. But the sharabi, the one who is an alcoholic, thinking about all that when he can get the next drink. So the more we use it, the more you want. So satisfying desire brings low, greed, which is ever increasing and insatiable. And when we can't satisfy a desire, you don't get what you want. If someone doesn't listen to you, doesn't do what you want, the husband doesn't listen, the wife doesn't listen, the child doesn't listen, what happens? You get angry, growth. And what happens when anger comes? Listen carefully, those of us who get angry. Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammoha smiti vibhrama. Smriti manshat buddhinasho, buddhinashat pranashyati. Chapter 2 verse 63 Gita. Shri Krishna is saying in the Gita, when you get angry, listen carefully. Little thing and you get angry. From anger comes delusion. From delusion, loss of memory, yadash, khodhat. When we lose our memory, we lose the power to discriminate. That which differentiates human beings from animal. The power to discriminate right from wrong, real from unreal. That gets destroyed. Everything is destroyed. We do sadhana. Shedding tears, so much tears for Radha Krishna, for Maharaji. And then something happened, the wife does something, or the husband or the child, or your friend, and you get so angry and you want to kill. All your sadhana has gone down the drain. You become worse. And we think we are so happy that we got angry. Very dangerous. Now, so the root of all, if you can get rid of desire, then there will be no anger, no greed, and no mental disease. Now, does this desire have a root cause? Where does the desire come from? Desire comes from attachment. Where there is attachment, only upon acquiring that person or thing, we get pleasure. You don't get, nobody gets pleasure from somebody's son lost and they found him back. Your son lost and you found him, whoo! Attachment. Attachment is the source of all desires, the root. So number one, attachment. Then comes number two, desire. Then comes number three, anger. If desire is fulfilled or not fulfilled, greed if it's fulfilled. But why do we get attached? This is also our answer, root cause. Why do we get attached to somebody? We fall in love, as we say, we get addicted. People get addicted to alcohol, they become alcoholic. They get addicted to cigarette, they become chain smoker. They get addicted to weed, to cocaine. You see a boy and you fall in love. You see a girl and you fall in love. Why? Is that our answer? Yes, Shri Krishna says, Dhyayatu Vishayan Pusa Sangasteshu Pajayate. Chapter 2, verse 62. The first line. Dhyayatu Vishayan Pusa. When we think again and again. Listen carefully. When we think again and again, बार-बार सोचते, बार-बार कि इस व्यक्ति में, इस वस्तु में सुख मिलेगा. That I will get happiness from this person or this thing. Nobody just falls in love. You say, I just saw this guy and I fell in love. People say, I saw this boy, I saw this girl, and nobody falls in love. You see someone, subtly, you don't even know. The mind, the intellect makes the decision. This is the boy who's going to make me happy. This is the girl who's going to make me happy. My happiness, my happiness. And then you start thinking about him again and again. And now you can't, now food, you don't care about food, you don't care about sleep. You can't sleep. So he's thinking again and again, again and again. Same thing with alcohol, cigarette, everything, weed, drug. But why do we think again and again that we can find happiness from any person or object? We are looking, the verse says, Tu nija vishaya rupa liladik hita nita jagatayo. We have been rotating in this endless cycle of birth and death from beginningless time, looking to get happiness. Look at, to satisfy these desires. Because we all want happiness. See, our own happiness. I'm not going to go in detail here. We all have listened to so many lectures. And if you don't understand and don't know yet, there's a book called Prem Ras Siddhant. Yahan bookstore mein milega. We have a bookstore right out here. This book is very important. Prem Ras Siddhant, Philosophy of Divine Love, written by Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. Isko paro. Read it, study it. A lot of questions you would have to get answered. Listen to his lectures. Read the philosophy. We all, being fractions, we are fractions of Sri Krishna, eternal fraction. Mamaya vansho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Chapter 15, verse 7, Gita. Sri Krishna says the Jivatma, the individual souls, are eternal part, fraction of Him. We are all eternal fraction of Sri Krishna. Ansh. Sanatana Ansh. And it's a natural law that every part, every fraction has a natural love for the whole and want to become one with it. Naturally, all rivers, sab nadiya, samudra ki taraf bhagte rahe. All rivers naturally flow to the ocean, being a fraction of the ocean. If you look at the flame of fire, it naturally rises upward. Upar ki taraf bhagte, because it's a fraction of the sun. In the same way, we, the individual souls, being eternal fractions of Sri Krishna, naturally love and want only Shri Krishna. And who is Shri Krishna? What is Shri Krishna? Anando Brahmeti Vajana Ananda Devata Vimani Bhutani Jayate Anandena Jatani Jivanti Anandam Pratyabhi Samvishanti. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 3 verse 6. The Vedas say Shri Krishna is Anand, bliss, happiness. From bliss alone the entire universe comes into being. Bliss is that by which we are sustained, and bliss is that into which we merge upon death. Whether we say happiness, Sukh, happiness, or we say Shri Krishna, these are two names of one and the same entity. And that's why we're looking for happiness everywhere, from beginningless time. We have not found anything. The second line says, Sapane hu tripta bhayo nahi dekho. Not even in dream have we found the tiniest drop of true happiness, even once, even in dream. We just wasted time and effort. Ek bhoond bhi nahi mila. Not even the tiniest drop, not even once, not even dream. Because there's nothing in this world. No true happiness. That knowledge has to come. You see, to want happiness is not bad. It's our nature. It's of how. No one can destroy nature. Neither Bhagwan, nor any man, nor any Rakshas, nor any saint. This desire for us to want happiness, no one can destroy. But if we keep looking for happiness in the material world, in material persons and objects, as we have been doing from beginningless time, we will never be satisfied, and we'll keep rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. Dog, cat, donkey, worm, insect, tree, grass, devta. We'll keep rotating. If however, we happen to be the true saint, the true guru, not the kind of guru we have in Kali by the million on TV nowadays. True guru, true saint, Bhagavad Prat Mahapurush, Shotriya Brahmanishta Mahapurush. Shri Krishna says in Gita, Jnanina Tattvadarshinaha, chapter 4, verse 34, Gita. Two qualities qualifies him to be guru. Jnanina, he has knowledge of all the scriptures, all the Vedas, all the Puranas, Mahabharata, Gita, Ramayana, all the scriptures, plus he is able to make us understand. He makes the knowledge come and sit in our intellect. He has the power to do that. That is Jnanina. But even more important, he is Tattvadarshinaha. He has seen Krishna. He has attained a divine vision, divine knowledge, divine bliss of Krishna. वो बराबर हो गया, has become equal to Krishna. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te. Chapter 10 verse 10 Gita. Shri Krishna says, when someone attains Shri Krishna, God realization, everything that Shri Krishna has, he gives to that soul. Everything. Infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, infinite happiness, everything. If we happen to meet such an entity, and we believe in him, we have faith in him, we accept he's a saint, and we accept him, he does not give dikshas yet. The true guru does not give diksha, puke mantra kaane. This thing in this Kali, everybody start puke mantra, other people start giving mantra in the mic. All of you sitting here, you're my disciple. I'm saying the mantra in the mic. It's kind of foolishness. Guru doesn't do that. First, we have to accept the true saint, the true guru. We accept him in our heart as our guru. He doesn't make us disciples yet. वो चेला नहीं बनाते. ये चक्कर में नहीं. इनके ये मरीज नहीं है चेला बनाने का. He doesn't have the disease of making chelas, followers. First, we have to realize, know who is the Guru, what is the Guru. Accept him, have faith. He'll come and sit in the heart. Obey him. And then we'll follow his instruction, Agya Palan. Slowly, slowly the heart will become pure. The vessel will become pure. We'll completely surrender. The moment that happens, then only Guru gives Diksha. Diksha means to transfer power. The moment we get Diksha, we will attain God-realization. How many of us, including me? I also, when I was young, have been given Diksha. Somebody put a mantra in my ears. My parents say, he's your Guru. I said, okay. I didn't know. Nothing happened, nothing, kuch nahi. The moment the true Guru, at first we have to make the vessel, the partner. Pure heart, pure mind, nirmal one. Then Guru gives Diksha. He can put mantra there, he can look in the eyes, he can give you one chapter. He can embrace you as Gauranga Mahaprabhu used to do. Or he doesn't have to be there, he can be in Golok. Golok! And you have completely surrendered, you fulfill it, you follow his instruction, the heart has become pure. He will come and give Diksha. He will give it, does not will come. Then that knowledge will come. So we take shelter in such a Guru, then the knowledge will come and we will accept the faith that only Krishna is happiness. The happiness I'm searching for, I find only in Krishna. Thinking about it again and again, we will fall in love with Krishna. There's much more about this. I'll continue that in the next lecture. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Radha Rani ki jai, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai